Everything that you need is just a paper, 18th century, gothic style, fake emotions. My husband is my light and I will always follow the light in the sea. And what I define by saying book. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Dasha and today we are going to talk about the heartfelt gifts. So to begin with, I would like to say that I have like a very big amount of those gifts in my head. I think they can blow your mind. So today we are going to talk about the romantic gifts, and we're gonna start with the easiest level where you don't need anything except the paper and a coffee. And the first thing that we're gonna discuss together is the love letters. Love letters is such an underestimated thing because you don't need any programs, you don't have to know IE. Everything that you need is just a paper and another paper inside with a love letter. So what I'm trying to say right now is that this is one of the most important ways of telling someone that you love them. And just imagine the girl or the boy opening the love letter and she's feeling like she's an 18th century gothic style and she was like hiding those love letters from her mother. She is opening something that was created before iPhones, social media, internet, and so much more. Love letter is all about you and your feelings towards this person. So my personal advice to you, don't use ChatGPT to create a love letter, because this is giving some, fake emotions. What are my tips over here? Use different papers, use different materials. What do you need for sure is this particular thing. It is called surguç. I don't have a link to this product because I bought it in the shop, so you can just try to find this on Amazon, anywhere. I think it's not such a hidden object. And try to find different paper materials because they are making love letters look interesting. I'm gonna show you one of my first letters with kind of a material. So this is like normal A4 paper, but I have smashed it and then burned the angles, and I have also put it into the coffee to make it look old. And I have also wrote an instruction for my husband. We all know that the boys can sometimes not understand the deeper feelings. It's extremely important for me, for him, to read it in the right way. I usually ask for a person who's receiving the love letter. It can be mom, not only boyfriends, of course, or girlfriends. It can be just friends. I usually put a sound which I put on when I was writing the letter. That is my favorite sound. I usually use this one when I write in letters. In this love letter, I didn't burn the angles. I also made paper look old, vintage, and I draw the how to say that? I draw something here. So basically I was saying that my husband is my light and I will always follow the light in the sea. That was the idea, and I think I had quite enough about love letters. Let's get to another cool, amazing idea, and it is the pack of cards. What do you mean by pack of cards? This is not just a regular cards. This is a pack of cards created from our photos. My husband, like a master of those cards, and we are playing games together sometimes. You probably didn't heard about the lot, but maybe you did. Anyway, I just made a document for myself. I used InDesign and I created a template for myself and just took 36 different pictures that we created, and the cards are looking like this. Like queen is me. This one photo, this is on my picture in my YouTube channel, right? Where did I print them? I printed them in the printing house, which was specialized in creating cards. So this is how it ended up. If you need a template in InDesign and a short video tutorial, I can create it for you. How can you make those cards look interesting? If you are a designer or if you're like an arty person who can draw, use maybe Procreate, iPad, or Photoshop with this pencil, you can create your own cards. Draw yourself, your loved ones, like he is a king, and you use a photo of your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend and put the crown on his head, and he's like in this, like roses. I don't really know how tarot works, but creating and gifting your friend that loves tarot unique tarot card, that's a brilliant idea. And from this, another gift idea also with the cards. You probably have heard that there existed metaphoric cards. You go to the kitchen to make a cup of coffee for yourself. You open your own specific metaphoric cards to take one card from the column, and it is saying, your day is your day. Win it or lose it. Of course, metaphoric cards are always optimistic, but creating also one of those things for your friend is so cool. Arrange photos, some happy photos, and put them into this column of card. Yeah, and create this unique design for your friend. Such a cool idea. Last one idea for today. This is the most hard idea. I am even going to create another video, just gonna prepare myself a little bit more on this, and this is the book. What I mean and what I define by saying book. It doesn't have to be a real novel, manuscript that you have been writing for half a year, It's the book that I have created for my husband. Since we have been dating, it was a long-distance relationship for almost a year and a half. We had our own path, our own way of creating our family in a long-distance relationship. This is why this book is representing what we have gone through, our hot period of our time. So basically it starts from the very beginning, different chapters. If you want to know our full story, you can check the highlight called Us in my page in Instagram, because I have saved all the story, everything over there if you're interested. And the cute and fun fact, I have rated this highlight before I thought about creating this book, and when I ended up in the design thinking, how should I structuralize this? What should I write about? I mean, how exactly? I have this highlight with the chapters. It is looking like a book, very interesting, very romantic, very intriguing. This, for example, different chapters inside. How did we meet? How was the long-distance relationship? So let me talk about the book a little bit more. I don't know how to take this in the right place, sorry. I have met in Dubai with my husband, so I put it like a cute backstory, how I ended up into this travel into Dubai and then moved here with him. And after that, it comes the other chapter called Butterflies, where I'm talking about the romantic way of starting a new family. Yeah, I have fulfilled here everything that I have ever thought, all these ideas of how I managed up doing this. I'm gonna say I'm an architect and a designer, and this is why I know the software and I know how to use different programs. This is how I ended up with the book. Since I know those things, it wasn't that hard. It was really hard to make a template for myself, like what should I add? How should the structure be? What should I write in the book? And I ended up with having this cute idea. Also, just a tip for you guys into the future. If you're in a relationship, you just started your relationship. While we have been in the long distance, there were sometimes words that we wanted to say to each other, to write to each other, or to speak through the FaceTime, but we ended up that we can't say it yet. It's too shy. This is why we have started a memory book. This is a love letters that we wrote to each other during our long-distance relationship while we have been on a distance. And every time we met each other, my husband flew to Moscow, I flew in the same way that I flew to Dubai several times to him. We read these love letters, and I have combined them in this way. This is like the newspaper, some newspaper columns. and I'm just simply in love with this structure here. After that, I used to put some photos at the end of this book, and of course, the wedding day. Of course, this is like where everything has started and where we ended up, but the story just began. At the end, it was the honeymoon, and as I wrote here, oh darling, this is me and you forever. This is what we have. Enjoy, and you can follow me on my socials, on my Instagram and TikTok, so we can stay in touch, sharing, you know, like the upcoming distant ideas that I have gained. In the Vault 2 of the Heartfelt Gifts, I'm gonna talk about the fanfics that I wrote for my husband, that my friends wrote to me, and the books that I have created. And I'm gonna talk about this one particular book. That one has such a cute story. I'm not gonna tell you. It could have been drama out of this. Okay, thank you, bye.